Meanwhile, Cheleski against Aaron Barich. Banned Spirits, Infect. Aaron found the hat. He lost the hat, but then he found the hat. It's back.
Well, it was alleged it was lost in his apartment, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Unless he was robbed by
the apartment monster.
Yeah.
Which would be odd.
A burglar with a very particular fetish. It was only a matter of time before it would be discovered.
I really, really, really want that hat and nothing else.
Yeah.
Breeding pool is where Cheleski is going to start. It's worth noting, Cheleski, no copies of Ether Vial. Birds of Paradise, here is a Glistener Elf. Back to Cheleski we go. Has a little bit of mana acceleration. Barrett searching up a breeding pool with that Windswept Heath. Cheleski with land 2. And Selfless Spirit. Not a great card in the matchup, but can block. Yeah, easy trade.
Trade this with any card.
Yes.
Your choice.
All right, pay 2 life. You traded your Selfless Spirit with Mutagenic Growth. You're probably pretty happy with that. Inkmoth the Nexus, pass the turn back. No Blighted Agent there. So Cheleski's got to be pretty happy with that, too.
Suspicious to not pay the mana there when you didn't do anything with the leftovers.
Probably leaving up Spell Pierce, right?
Or some other protection spell.
Yeah. Cheleski does have 4 copies of Collected Company in the deck. Here's a Horizon Canopy. The follow-up, another Selfless Spirit. Pass the turn back. We'll go back to Barich. Drew a Forest. Going to play an Inkmoth, fire up the Inkmoth. Attack with both. And this is another spot where Cheleski's probably happy to block.
Yep, trade, same deal as before. Trade with anything.
I think you trade with the Glistener Elf, right?
It depends. It's flyer versus non-flyer versus the mana that Barich has to commit. So it sort of depends on the particulars of Cheleski's hand.
I like making him have to commit mana if I can every turn.
Yeah, I mean, the spirit deck is so heavy on flyers that the difference between Barich having a flyer and a non-flyer shouldn't be significant.
There's a land. Moorland Haunt.
Ooh, boy.
Hoya.
Oh, that is not an easy one for Infect to work its way through, especially with Cheleski cobbling together all these trades in the early turns. Yeah. Another argument for getting rid of the Glistener Elf, too, is if you have Moorland Haunt.
There's a Forest. Fire up the Inkmoth. In we go. I think we're in a no-block scenario, probably.
Yeah, I mean, you can just go if you want to.
Or you can just do this.
Yeah, it's fine either way. I could see taking the if I believe Cheleski has Spellcaller in hand, so I respect both lines of either just take one, end of turn, make a token, or also trying to just force the issue here inside of combat. I think they're both fine.
There's Groundswell to save that Inkmoth Nexus. Yeah, if you're Carl, you got to be thrilled with these exchanges.
Every single turn, Cheleski's attitude has been, I literally don't care what card I get out of you.
Yeah.
If it's a card, that's great. And you can see he's only at 1 Infect. Barrett hasn't made a whole lot of inroads there, and he's running out of resources. I mean, he's played quite a few pump spells to try to keep his Infectors around and hasn't done anything combat damage-wise.
Let's do it again. All right. Got to be thrilled with that, too. There's a Dryad Arbor, sure.
So this whole line of play here from Barich, I am not a fan of. He has a lot more experience with Infect than I do, obviously. But if you have a Distortion Strike in your deck, I would prefer just to play for that and try to combo kill out. This whole spend all my mana and my cards trading with your Moreland Haunt activations is not getting him anywhere.
No, I don't think it's a way to win. And one thing I like that Carl's doing here, he played a Supreme Phantom this turn. He has Collected Company in hand. I think he actually has 2 copies. But I know he's got a Queller, a Collected Company, and a Path in hand, and he's just refusing to play the Collected Company into a Spell Pierce.
Yep.
Which Aaron has been representing pretty hard.
Since turn 2.
Yeah.
Since back to turn 2 when he played 2 life for the mutagenic growth.
All right, what's next? Oh, there's the Distortion Strike.
Yeah, see, and Barich at this point has kind of burned through so many pump spells.
Well, here's a Spell Queller to eat the Distortion Strike.
Yeah. Cheleski, I think, has played a great game here.
I agree.
Both the strategy and the tactics here have been really great.
I like that block.
Yeah.
I like that block. Yes, fine.
Yep. Any card.
Yep.
Any card. You can pick a card. It's Spectre's Wail. I literally don't care if you shuffle your hand face down and put any card in the graveyard. That's fine. It's a really well-played game so far from Cheleski.
Yeah, I think he just understands what he's trying to accomplish here. Here comes Spell Queller in for 2. Cheleski with a creature in the graveyard for the Moreland Haunt. He's ready there. I am in on Banned Spirits now. For this metagame, I'm in.
Now we're going to play game 2 where Barich just goes turn 2 Blight Agent, turn 3 kill you, and you're going to be like, all right, never mind, I'm
off it. I'm off Banned Spirits now. Collected Thumpany. All right, well, there's a Spell Pierce finally. And because Carl has a backup copy of Collected Company, I'm fine with this. There's a Glistener Elf. Also, Carl's just has a Path in hand, too. Just been hanging out. Misty Rainforest to draw.
He has it all.
As it were. I'd keep coming with that Spell Queller if I were him.
Yeah, I think he's debating if he wants to company now or try to get Barich inside of combat. Barich had 2 cards in hand. I'm happy to try to trap him here. So unlikely he can play over the top of you casting Collected Company.
Thump. Top 6. Howdy do. Now, this is one of the weaker Collected Company decks in the format. I will say that. There's a Phantasmal Image and a Noble Hierarch. Image is probably going to copy Spell. Well, I guess it could copy, Glistener Elf to make the block easy.
Yep.
Could do that, too. Or it could be copying Spell Queller. We'll find out what it is copying. I think it's copying Spell Queller.
It has to be Spell Queller if it's getting a counter here.
Very true. Blighted Agent. You're a little late. I'm not even convinced he has to path this yet. Might be better to path it now.
Yeah, it's a little bit safer with. I think with Barich down to 1 card in hand, no blue mana available.
You just don't want to get cheesed out.
Yeah.
You know? Temple Garden the Fine there off of Misty Rainforest. And I do like untapping before casting the path in case Aaron, who actually can't cast Spell Pierce, so I kind of take that back a little bit, but can cast Vines. Ooh, is that a Mausoleum Wanderer? It might be. Yep. This makes casting the path even better now. 2 mana. Phantasmal Image. I think that's going to copy the Wanderer. Yep. So now he's got a lot of protection. Path will take care of the Blight. And this has just been a one-sided affair.
Yep. Cheleski has
Banned Spirits, best deck.
very efficiently picked Barich apart in this one.
Best deck, best deck. Andre Strosky, genius. Now it's time to clean things up. Let's go back over to Barich. Got a Dryad Arbor, got an Inkmoth Nexus, not a lot of cards in hand. That's where we're at. Cheleski will untap. Cheleski's battlefield here, he's got a Phantasmal Image that's copying a Spell Queller. That's why you see a black die on that one. There's another Mausoleum Wanderer. Now a third Mausoleum Wanderer, as one of them is actually a Phantasmal Image, and here comes some spirits. Cheleski now just looking to close things out. And Barich is going to activate his Ink Moth Nexus. And we'll tender a blocker in just a moment. It's a copy of Groundswell. You see Mausoleum Wanderer here. Single blue, it's a 1/1 flyer. Whenever another spirit enters the battlefield under your control, Mausoleum Wanderer gets +1/+1. Here's a... Oh, I like that. Whenever another spirit enters the battlefield via Moorland Haunt. I love it.
Yep. And then you pop the Wanderer, and then to counter the spell.
I love it. Love it.
A
love
clinic.
It, love it.
An absolute clinic.
Charles Cheleski's going to win game number 1 here over Aaron Barich. Bad Spirits very quickly up a game over Infect. We're going to go to Barich. And his sideboard. He's got 2 Dispel, 2 Dissenter's Deliverance, 2 Nature's Claim, 2 Shapers, Sanctuary, 2 Spellskite, a Carrion Call, Dismember, Distortion Strike, Grafdigger's Cage, a Relic of Progenitus.
It's tough for Barich here because he doesn't have a lot in the way of interacting with creatures that are disruptive. He's got a lot of game against spells. I think I like the 2 copies of Dispel in this matchup, and probably the Spellskites as well, as Cheleski really only has Path to interact. I would bring in the extra copy of Distortion Strike as well, since a lot of Cheleski's interaction involves blocking.
Other side of things here for Carl, who's very quickly up a game. There, you see that first sideboard card? Bang.
Bang. 1,
4
2,
rest in
3.
peace.
4 rest in peace.
Not messing around. Here to be Dredge, like you, Carl. 3 Night of Autumns, 2 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Thalia Guardian of Thraben, a Gaddock Seek, and a Scavenging Ooze. I guess Thalia?
I don't really like anything here besides the Thalia, which is good against Barich. He's trying to cobble together a lot of 0 and 1 mana spells all in 1 flourish, so Thalia is good. Rest of the sideboard, not excellent, but I think Cheleski's game 1 matchup is good enough that he doesn't have to bend over backwards for this one.
Well, those are the options there for both players. We are going to let them shuffle up in sideboard here for game number 2. While they do that, we're going to talk about Versus Live. Versus Live every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. East Coast time. Twitch.tv/SCG Tour. Get to watch some of Star City's finest. Do some play testing. Get you ready for each event that you've been playing in. Been doing a lot of Standard recently because Guilds of Ravnica Standard is awesome. But we do help people get ready for Modern and so much for it. Very entertaining bunch. And like I mentioned, every Tuesday and Thursday at 1 p.m. East Coast time. Twitch.tv/SCG Tour. The place to be as we continue to grow this particular show and product. It's been a lot of fun so far. And we've got some surprises coming for you throughout Q4 the rest of this year.
It is blowing up. Well reviewed.
We brought BBD in the mix, and we got a fun special guest coming in at the end of this month.
Okay.
Don't want to give it away, but I would say that I would keep my eyes peeled for the last weekend, or the last week of October, which is next week. It's got great hair. That's the only hint I'll give you. Aaron Barich. He's also got great hair, but he hides underneath the hat. I'm glad he found the hat, though. That's big. Can't win without the hat. 21-year-old from Gulfport, Mississippi, with 6 open top 8s, an open win in Dallas-Fort Worth, which is where we are many moons ago. That's where he really broke onto the scene. He's got an invitational top 8 earlier this year, along with that win. Streams games on twitch.tv/ I can't pronounce that. What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Difey? 00?
I don't know. It's
X.
more kid stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Accent community theater trope, connoisseur of very fine hats. I think that's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
That's Aaron Barich. It's kids and their Twitch names.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't even get it anymore. What do they even mean?
Too old.
What do they even mean? Is this what getting old's like? You still don't understand things that people do anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is exactly what it is like.
Okay.
That is
All right.
exactly what it is like.
Should we get on the... I'm on the gram. Should I get on the Snap? Let me tell you what. The Snap is horrible. I don't understand it at all. Looks like both players are going to take a mulligan.
Well, I thought there was a time, maybe a year or so ago, where your philosophy about such things seemed to be, I don't understand it, and I'm going to dive in with both feet, try to figure it out.
Tried with the Snap.
And now, your philosophy much more seems to be in the space of, I don't know and I don't care and I'm not going to find out. And I'm wondering what happened inside of that year and that experimentation that led you to have a radically different philosophy.
Mostly just you rubbing off on me.
Yeah.
I think
So
you
do
know what happened.
Why do you care about anything anyone is saying or doing on here? And if you cannot answer that question, then perhaps you should delete the app from your phone.
It's true. I'm not big on the Snap, I'll be honest.
Right.
The gram, not bad. The Snap, just don't understand it. But the snap is going to continue to be popular. So it's almost like I feel like I'm supposed to know how the snap works, but it's not really for me. Not for me. Facebook is just kind of lame now, too. I don't really like Facebook.
It's unusable.
Yeah, I don't even really like it anymore.
Unusable.
I'm mostly just a Twitter person now. I think Twitter is it's an elite app. It's easily the most humorous. Someone who's really good at Twitter, it's unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah,
you're working under constraints.
There are savants. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for, restriction breeds creativity.
Absolutely.
Why I did not approve of increasing the character limit, even though I indulge in some lengthy ones now and again. Just less Also, most of the people that I interact with need fewer characters.
That's very true.
Sort of broadly speaking.
Yes.
Not just on Twitter.
Just in general.
In general, you could stand to have fewer characters.
For Barich, he's going to play a Windswept Heath. Cheleski will play a Botanical Sanctum into a Mausoleum Wanderer. Uh-oh, trouble's here. You called this already.
Yeah. This is where you say I'm off it. I'm not playing this deck.
Kill it. Land path, kill it. Drew Thalia, not bad.
Yeah.
Don't hate that.
It's the second best thing you can do after killing it.
I like this combination of Thalia plus Mausoleum Wanderer. You're going to pay a lot for that pump spell.
That's a squeeze. That's a squeeze.
Yeah. Though Pendelhaven plus Blight Agent is a real enough clock.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's Thalia. In for one. As Thalia is not a spirit. We're going to go back over to Aaron Barich. Drew a land. Looks like it was another copy of Breeding Pool. This is a Wooded Foothills. Can he play through Thalia and the Wanderer?
Really punishing on trying to chain together multiple spells in a turn. He might kind of have to one at a time it here with a Pendelhaven activation and then play a spell and pass and try to do that over the course of several turns.
That's a Might of Old Kroza. In for 5.
And he can't do the Pendelhaven and then play the Groundswell because he doesn't want the Mausoleum Wanderer to be able to counter it.
Maybe this isn't as hard for Barich as we thought. Here come the Knuckleheads. They can't block anyway. Bird. Well,
yeah, I think there's a good chance that here that Barich just lets it rip. Going to be hard for him to be. He doesn't even have to play around Path because of the Thalia. So why not?
Not to play around anything.
Yeah.
Barich will get a Breeding Pool. We'll head back Aaron's way. Drew another Mutagenic Growth, I think.
Yeah, it's like, what's he got to play around? Gut Shot? I don't buy it in the Banned Spirit side.
And I think he can
probably play around it anyway. Yeah. Yep.
That's a Blossoming Defense. Not a bad way to lead. Hey, can't Path. Okay. Mausoleum Wander it. Okay, pay 1. Mutagenic Growth for free?
Yeah, that's got to be the other one left over if he's not doing anything with the Pendelhaven.
I think you're right. Mutagenic Growth, pay the 1 mana for the Thalia. All right, Banned Spirit sucks. I would play something else.
I'm off it. I'm off it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Won't play it.
I don't like it.
Worst deck.
It's not good. I'd play something else.
Have you seen your matchup against creatures that can't be blocked?
It's not good.
Come on.
It's not good. They only have to deal 10 damage instead of 20.
What, all you can do is block and they play creatures that can't be blocked? What are you doing?
Different deck. Quick audible. Cheleski. Barich. Getting ready for game 3. It's all tied up now. 1-1. Blade is so stupid. I don't like that card. Stupid.
It's a lot. It doesn't lead to
Doesn't lead to what? Great
the
gameplay?
best games.
Yeah. Not my favorite. That's all. But I do like that Carl's on the play this game. So, yeah, that's a good spot to be in.
Yeah, his deck has just sort of limited the number of interaction points he has with Blade Agent. He has a couple sideways ways of Mausoleum Wanderer and Thalia being disruptive, but as we saw, there's no guarantee of anything.
All right, quick little newsletter check. Here we go. Your source for Magic Gathering news, totes free. Highlights from some of our best articles. Upcoming SCD Tour dates and locations. Possibility Storm puzzle solutions. IQs and game nights near you. And as I mentioned, totes free. Go to starcitygames.com/newsletter. Sign up today.
Are we ever going to update that?
No.
Okay.
No, we are not. Just going to be Ross's smiling mug talking about new Ether Revolt cards. New in quotes.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you a card from Ether Revolt. Fatal Push. It's a good card.
Yeah.
I call that card pushed.
It is. Good one.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can't either. Fatal Push, I suppose.
Pushed.
Heart of Kirin.
That from that set? That sounds right.
Yeah, it's just interesting how the engagement works.
If we just play...
Can I name every common in Torment? Yes.
Yeah.
Can I name 6 cards in Aether Revolt? No.
If we just decided we were going to go back and forth and the loser is the person who can't name a card from Ether Revolt, I think we'd get to like 5.
But yeah, what if it was just Torment commons? It would be...
I think I could do pretty good against you.
Yeah.
Torment commons?
Yeah.
After the round.
Okay.
Torment. That's a black-based set. All I would think about is the black cards then. That's it. We're doing this after this.
I'll take the play. Fiery Temper.
No, you don't get to go first. We take the play.
I'll take the
We
play.
didn't even roll dice. Birds of Paradise and Noble Hierarch. I challenge you to a duel after this match is over.
Mm-hmm.
I think, okay, my brain's starting to go a little bit here. I don't think I'll win. My brain's starting to get real. Metagame breakdown here from Nick. Like that. Jeskai Control not on top, folks.
That is shocker. The SCG Tour's most bewilderingly popular deck.
Now, Rossum's not here. I don't even know if it made day 2.
We got
one.
One person fighting, fighting the good fight.
That's how you know John's not here. There's a Blight Agent. Queller it.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Not a card that Barich is very good against.
Eat it. That's dead now.
Oh,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The one dismember? Lucky.
One on the board.
All right, 2 dismembers in the 75. We're in trouble now, Carl.
What's up with Night of Autumn in Cheleski's hand?
I don't know. So kills.
You can company into it to blow up an artifact at instant speed.
Yeah, so like you could catch an Inkmoth Nexus, I
Or
guess.
Spellskite or some such.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see that in.
My suspicion here is that it's not going to be good.
What do we got? Company in response. Does Barich have it all? Spell Pierce 2. All right, running good. 4, 5, 6. Collected Thumpany.
Barich might have it just all rolled up, though. Because it would be odd for him to play this pump spell just right into the jaws of a 4 mana unless he was fine with this card getting countered.
It's true.
But we will find out in a moment. Cheleski's shields are down.
They are very, very down. Pendlehaven.
Busted card.
In. Looks like just for 3. I think Busted's a bit strong.
It's just free.
That's
so good in this deck.
true. Draw. A Flooded Strand.
A recurring theme is the stuff that I gravitate towards is stuff that's powerful that costs 0 or 1.
That's kind of your wheelhouse.
Yeah. So I'm really into Infect because that's all the deck is.
Yeah. You were on the Infect. You were on the Infect hill for like a year.
It was
2.
Cataxian Probe made it different. It's still, I think the deck's still underplayed, underrepresented, but
Well, Barich is always playing it. I think he's 8-2 right now. Let's see what this is. Thalia. All right.
play that Night of Autumn. Play it. Play it.
Here's
And choose a mode.
Yeah. Here's an attack for 4.
I demand you tap out for that 4-3.
Look, you got to get some beat, though.
Yeah. Just imagine if I untap how good it's going to get.
This is another one of these Celestia cards that you dislike, like Voice of
No, Night of Autumn's actually good.
Okay.
That card's actually, does stuff to opponents who are doing things.
Okay.
As opposed to Voice of Resistance.
There it is.
Yeah, boy. Put that die on there.
2 counters.
I'm not optimistic about this card as a sideboard option against Infect.
I'm not feeling great about it. I'm not feeling great about Carl's chances right now either. Don't bring up. Do not Voice of Resurgence. A brief showing. That's 2 pump spells. Mutagenic Growth.
Yeah, that's lethal.
2, 4, 6 with the Petal Haven, 7 with Exalted. We're donezo. We're donezo. Blood Agent is lame. Aaron Barich wins.
Night of Autumn.
Yeah. Aaron Barich wins 2-1 over Carl Cheleski. Infects. Blade Agent in quotes. Takes care of
it.
things.
It's sort of the breakdown that we were expecting going in, which is Cheleski's deck is really strong against everything that's not Blighted Agent and is not strong against Blighted Agent. Games 2 and 3, Barich had it.
The classic.
With some good backup, and that was that.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Torment Commons?
Yeah, I opened on Fiery Temper.
You don't just get to go first.
All right, Fiery Temper removed. Now we have to roll for it.
Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, you start.
Faceless Butcher.
That was.
And it's done, and we're done.
It's like the only one. Okay. I really want this to be right. Aquamoeba?
You got it.
Yes!
Basking Root Walla.
That's from Torment?
Madness.
Is Madness a Torment mechanic?
Yes.
Ah, that's an uncommon. Okay. Arrogant Worm's an uncommon.
Yeah.
Got deck list here. Zan on Human, Slater Bridgman on Hollow One. Okay. I'm buying time right now. Obsessive Search.
Cabal Torturer.
I thought that was from Odyssey. Go down to the match. Game's on pause. I will not look up anything on my phone. Zan with an Auriok Champion and a Mantis Rider.
Aquamoeba is a good name.
Thank you. I can only think of Blue-Green Madness cards right now.
Yeah, it's a recurring.
Because that's the deck I played.
That's why I went to the Root Walla.
Yeah.
I got to cut off.
Yeah. Gotta play your outs, cut me off cards. This is gonna be a tough angler. It's a good block, Zan. Pro Black Creature, that's a good block.
Good block.
Grim Lavamancer. Zan, you better gain your life. Ooh, I think he missed his life. There. From the Grim Lavamancer entering the battlefield. Zan at 22, Slater at 14. Ooh, I got one. I gotta write it down. I know this is one. You're not gonna see this one coming, guy. For the next card I got in store for you. Phantasmal Image. That's going to come down along with the Thalia's Lieutenant. I believe Image is copying Champion of the Auriok variety. So this is actually a pretty good plan against Hollow One.
Yeah, they do not handle Pro Red and Pro Black all that well.
Yeah, I've done this before. Which you should just go to the Champion, you copy it, and if you can make them just a little bit bigger, which the Lieutenant has done, you can actually just race them. And Zan's at 25. They need to play more creatures to be able to catch up with you.
And that's just playing right into,
So as long as
champion triggers.
As long as Hollow One itself actually doesn't show up, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And that looks like the plan that Zan Saeed might be on here. Looks like Slater Bridgman has a question. I think he's probably asking if he can target the Phantasmal Image copy of Auroch Champion Grim Lavamancer to kill it. The answer is no.
Because it has pro-red.
That's correct.
It cannot be targeted.
That's correct. So that's not going to work the way that you want it to. You have Collective Brew. Okay. He's going to escalate, say, I'm going to kill your Thali's Lieutenant and then drain you. But no good attacks to be had here.
Yeah, Zaid has total control over the way that combat looks. Attack or block as he feels is appropriate. Tough spot here for Bridgman.
All right, Standard Classic players, welcome to round number 3. Given 50 minutes, please begin.
Zan is attacking.
Attention Magic players, there are just 5 minutes left to sign up.
That's just a lot of stuff.
That's 6 life. Boy, that's a lot.
Come on down to the stage.
That's plus 6 life, 3 bodies, 4 power across 3 bodies. That's going to be really, really tough here. This is going to allow Zan to just keep doing his thing here with the Auroch champions now. So he's up to 29. I don't think Slater can race this.
Yeah.
Man. All right, there is the old flyer there, and Flame Wake Phoenix going to come back from the Ferocious trigger. And just in for 2. Pretty clean attack, but not one that Zan really cares about as he's going. He should, if you remember this trigger, go up to 31 and then down to 29 from that. Because the Flame Wake Phoenix enters the battlefield. So yeah, he settles in at 29 here. We're going to go back over to Zan. And his commanding lead on this particular game. Humans quite good against Hollow One as long as it can make it to turn 4 or 5 or so. The longer the game goes, the better it is for humans. Hollow One does have that draw though, where they have turn 1 Hollow One or turn 2 Angler or something just really explosive on the first early stages of the game that you can't keep up with. But if you're able to make it out alive past that stage of things, life is pretty good. Now here comes a Mantis Rider, it looks like.
Yeah, the deck typically flounders. My experience is the deck flounders a lot when it doesn't just blow the doors off in the first 2 turns.
Yeah.
And it looks like Bridgman failed to do that here. And Auroch Champion's really problematic.
So here comes some more beatdowns.
You taking notes on?
I'm thinking of cards of Torment right now. Yes, I just crossed one off because it was from Judgment.
Yeah, I have one. I have one in my head that I don't know if it's Torment or Judgment. It's a funny one though.
Okay.
I'm not going to count it as a guess, but I just want to know. Producer, please bring Giant Warthog onto the screen.
That is from Judgment.
I'm inspired by the Gurmag Angler.
That is from Judgment. That is a 6-mana 5/5 trample if memory serves.
Yeah. A major part of our Team Rochester philosophy
Don't pass
strategy was just be green-black for the Black Mirrors because they can't handle this thing. Who can handle this thing? Yeah, you got it. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. That Warthog is.
Yeah. That one's the original Gurmag angler. I like that it also just has these crazy glowing eyes.
I'm not quite sure what's going on with the eyes there. What I can tell you, I'm sure, is Zan Saeed's going to win this game and match over Slater Bridgman. 2-1. Humans is going to take care of Hollow One for Zan. He is at 10-1 and potentially at the top